Welcome. We are solving question from GATE 2015 instrumentation. This question was of 2 marks. It was of numerical answer type. So it says that in this circuit, these both are NMOS transistors and they are identical. The two NMOS transistors are identical with threshold voltage is being 5 volt. So VT is given as 5 volt. Then it says ignoring channel length modulation. So there is no channel length modulation. We have to ignore the channel length modulation. And we have to find the output voltage V0. Okay, so let this transistor be M1, let this transistor be M2. Okay, this is the gate of the second transistor, this is the source of the second transistor. So this voltage is VGS2, this voltage is VGS2. So I am writing the values here. VGS2, VGS2, gate is connected to 10 volt, source is grounded. So VGS2 is equal to 10 volt. VGS2 equal to 10 volt. In this transistor, this is the gate of first transistor. This is the drain of the first transistor. Drain and gate are connected together. Drain and gate are shorted. So M1 is in saturation. Transistor M1 is in saturation because its drain and gate are connected together. The drain and gate of the transistor M1 are connected together, so it is in saturation. Okay, then this is the source of the first transistor S1. Okay, so VDS1, VDS1, drain to source voltage of the first transistor. It is drain is connected to 30 volt, S is connected to V out. So VDS1 is equal to 30 minus V out. VDS1 is equal to 30 minus V out. Okay. This is also equal to VGS1 because drain and gate are shorted. So VDS1 is equal to VGS1 is equal to 30 minus V out. And threshold voltage is 5 for both the transistors. So both the transistors are identical, so their process conduction parameter must be same. So Kn1 is equal to Kn2. What it means is that mu n COX, where mu n is the mobility of electron, COX is the oxide capacitance. W by L1, W by L ratio of the first transistor is equal to mu n COX W by L2. So obviously mobility will be same, oxide capacitance will be same because it is given that both the transistors are identical. So W by L1 will be equal to W by L of 2. So it means that the W by L, that is the width to length ratio of both the transistors are also same. Width to length ratio of both the transistors are also same. So the transistor first is in saturation and the W by L ratios of both the transistors are same. Now for these two transistors are connected in series. So let this current be ID1. Let this current be ID1. So this current will also be ID1 because obviously the gate current is 0. The gate current of a MOSFET is 0. So let this current be ID2. So the two transistors are connected in series. So ID1 will be equal to ID2. ID1 equal to ID2. Now ID1 transistor 1 is in saturation, so its value will be Kn upon 2 VGS minus VT square. Okay, where VGS is the gate to source voltage and the VT is the threshold voltage. This is the formula for saturation, for drain saturation current of a MOSFET. So this will be equal to Kn upon 2 VGS will be equal to 30 minus V out minus 5 square. So this will be equal to 25 minus V out square. (25 minus V out square). This is equal to ID1. This is equal to ID1. Now M2, we do not know whether M2 is in saturation or linear region or cutoff region. Now let's see. VGS2. VGS2 is equal to 10 volt and VT is 5 volt. So VGS2 is greater than VT. The gate to source voltage of the second transistor is greater than the threshold voltage. So we can be sure that M2 is either in linear region or cutoff region. This is the value of ID1. Now M2 can be either in linear region or saturation region. So for the condition is that VDS must be less than VGS minus VT. So VDS2 must be less than VGS2 minus VT. This is the condition for linear region. And for saturation, VDS2 must be greater than or equal to VGS2 minus VT. Okay, VGS2 is 10 volt, VT is 5 volt. So for linear region, the condition is VDS2 must be less than 5 volt, and for saturation region, the condition is VDS2 must be greater than 5 volt. These are the conditions for M2 to be in saturation. So we assume that let us assume that M2 is in saturation. Okay, we assume that M2 is in saturation. So ID1 will always be equal to ID2 because both the transistors are in series. Now we are M1 we already know that it is in saturation. M2 we assume that it is in saturation. Okay, we are assuming that M2 is in saturation. So the formula will be Kn upon 2 25 minus V out square is equal to Kn upon 2 VGS2 minus Vt square. Okay, so Kn upon 2 and Kn upon 2 will cancel each other. VGS2 is 10 volt, Vt is 5 volt. So we will get 25 minus V out square is equal to 5 square. So 5 square is obviously 25. So we will get 25 minus V out taking under root of both the sides is equal to under root of 25, and under root of 25 can be plus minus 5. Under root of 25 can be plus minus 5. So by this V out can be either 30 volt or 20 volt. Now we will check both the conditions. V out is greater than, V out is equal to 30 volt and V out is equal to 20 volt. If V out is equal to 30 volt, now this is equal to 30 volt, then VDS1 will be equal to 0 volt because, sorry, VGS1 will be equal to 0 volt because gate is also connected to 30 volt and source of is first transistor is also connected to the 30 volt. So VGS is less than VT. So if VGS is less than VT, then it means that transistor is in cutoff. If VDS is less than VT, then what it would mean is transistor is in cutoff. But we know that M1 is in saturation because its gate and drain are connected together. So this V out has to be wrong. Now let's check the second condition, V out equal to 20 volt. If V out equal to 20 volt, then VGS1 will be equal to 10 volt, it is greater than VT. So this condition is satisfied. Now for VGS2 will be 10 volt always. Let's check for VDS2. So if this is the condition, then VDS2 will be equal to 20 volt because gate is connected to V0. This is the drain of the second transistor. So this is the gate of the second transistor. So if V out equal to 20 volt, then drain is connected to 20 volt, source is grounded. So VDS2 is equal to 20 volt. It means that VDS2 is greater than VGS minus VT. It means that VDS2 is greater than 5 volt. So our condition for saturation is satisfied. So it means that the transistor M2 is in saturation and output voltage Vout is equal to 10 volt. So what we did was we assumed that M2 is in saturation, we checked the condition, we calculated the value of output voltage and we verified the condition. So this is the procedure. So using this procedure we can easily find out whether our transistor is in saturation or not, and we can find the output voltage as well. So thank you. Please like and share the video and subscribe the channel. If you have any doubt, you can post your doubt in the comment box. Thank you and best of luck.